Hey everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today I'm going to be doing a viewer request, crocheting up this Panda from Crafter's Square crochet kit that I got at the Dollar Tree. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in. And for my new viewers, please consider subscribing, share, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and click on that notification bell for future videos. So today, you guys, we are doing another one of the 6 characters that the Dollar Tree just came out with. It's been quite a while since I've seen new characters, so it's really nice to see. For you guys today, we're going to do this Panda. I don't know how many part videos we're going to have, maybe just one. That's ideal, but you know, you never know. In this kit, you'll have a plastic needle, yarn stuffing, crochet hook, and plastic beads for the eyes. They are a choking hazard, so please be careful with this stuff. I'm going to embroider everything. Maybe not actually, because it looks like we're going to do some black eyes, and to embroider black on black, it's going to be hard to see, so maybe this will be the only exception. Let's get into this kit. So if you need to slow down or speed up the video, go click in the gear button at the corner of the screen. There's playback options to go fast or slow. If you don't need to hear me talk, you could always lower the volume on your device, and then you can click on the closed caption button so you can read what I'm saying. I repeat all of the instructions, initial stitches and instructions at least 3 times, step by step, and then the rest of the way I'll go my normal speed. So we'll see what we end up doing here. These instructions are so much different than the initial 6 figures characters that came out way back. So it's very impressive, but still is a little, I feel, just needs a little bit more for a beginner-friendly instruction. But here it shows you all of the abbreviations and how to accomplish each stitch, how to do the magic ring. Okay. Alright. So here for the panda head, we are going to be working the white, and the black yarn here is shown in red font. So we have instructions on how to make the magic ring. And see, these kits I'm so used to. Before you crochet every round of each different part, you need to create a magic ring first. Alright, so this is all going to be magic ring. Alright, so let's get this going. I have my little packet of the eyes, the needle, and the embroidery thread. This hook, by the way, this hook is, it should have the size. It's very faint. This is a 3.5 millimeter size hook. And here's your stuffing. This is all you get. So this kit, you definitely have to be very sparingly with your materials, because as I found in the past, I've run out of yarn. Alright, so let's start this panda, shall we? Alright, this is all weird and knotted. I don't know. I prefer to get the middle, but I can't find where the middle is, so we're just going to pull whatever is available. So to do the magic ring, let's do this. You want a little piece of yarn, and this is for righties. If you're a lefty, comment below if you need the lefty video. I will tack it on to my extensive list of videos that I have to do, so please be patient with that. But yeah, take some of the yarn, and you want to wrap this once, twice, and you have your little overage here. We're going to put our middle finger right on that. Okay, you can tighten this up if you want. We're going to palm up, so face your palm up. We're going to take the hook up, and we're going to slip that just under the 3 strands. I'm going to pull the hook back out, and I'm going to drag this piece under these 2. So to hook it, you want to hook it and then turn your hook to the side, and we're going to continue to drag this underneath the 2 strands here like that. Then we're going to yarn over like that, and then we're going to pull that through the loop to close off this magic loop. We're going to let go of the middle finger. We're going to slip the loops off of your index finger, and you should have something like this. Okay. So now we are going to do I'm going to gather up some yarn here. I love to gather up my yarn, as you know, around my finger. You don't have to do that. I just go a little crazy with it. We're going to do a chain 1. So how you do a chain 1 is this basic stitch you can do in crochet. All it is a yarn over like that, and we're going to pull this through this loop like that, and that's a chain 1. Next we're going to do 6 single crochet stitches. So I'll show you how to do a single crochet stitch. Stick your hook into the loops like that, yarn over. I'm going to pull this through those loops like that. We have 2 loops onto our hook now. You're going to yarn over again, and we're going to pull that through both of those loops, and we have our first single crochet stitch in our chain stitch. Right, let's do this again. Stick your hook into the magic loops. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So now we have 2 single crochet stitches and a chain stitch. One more time with you guys. So into the magic loops, we're going to yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So now we have 3 single crochet stitches and a chain stitch. Let's repeat this 3 more times. 1, 2, and 3. So now in total we should have 6 single crochet stitches and a chain stitch. I'm just going to put a marker at the last stitch we made. So you see how there's these braids for each stitch, a nice pretty braid. I'm going to slip this just under the braid. You want to make sure that you clear it. You're not poking through any yarn. You can pull this, and if you see a nice clean hole, that means that you didn't poke through the yarn, and that's exactly what you need. We're going to close this marker up. Then what we're going to do, we have to close this magic loop. That's the whole point of a magic loop. You start with this large ring, and then it turns into nothing. So grip your stitches down below here, like a nice light grip. We're going to pull this excess piece, and then we're going to see which one of these loops pull in first. So pull slow enough until you can identify that. So we're going to pull this slowly, and then I see this back loop is the one that's going in first. You want to pull out the lower end, not the top end here, the lower one. So the loop that moved first, we're going to pull that lower end, and then you're going to see the other loop start to disappear. And that's exactly what we need. So keep pulling until that loop is gone, like that. You might still have a little hole, that's okay. What we're going to do now is pull the excess piece, and we're going to make that second loop disappear. And you want that to disappear all the way, and once you get there and you still have this little hole open, we're going to pull in the opposite direction and up. So pull that little bit more until you have a stopping point. Don't pull too hard. But that should close the hole in your magic loop. Okay. So then we have to do a slip stitch. So from where the marker is, we're going to count back 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put your hook into the 6th stitch. We're going to yarn over and pull through everything off your hook. That is a slip stitch. Alright, So now we can actually remove this marker, and we're going to place it right under that slip stitch. There's a braid for that too. So just under that braid, and then we're going to move on to the next round. So for round 2, we're going to chain 1, do 6 increasing stitches, a slip stitch, and end up with 12 stitches. So let me show you how to do an increasing stitch, but first let's chain 1. So we're going to yarn over and pull that through the loop. That's chain 1. Then what we're going to do is do 6 increasing stitches. So that's basically taking 1 stitch and turning it into 2 single crochet stitches. So stick your hook into the next stitch. Okay, we're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. That's 1 single crochet stitch. We're going to go back into that same stitch we just used. Okay, like that. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So I don't know if you can see this, but we have that 1 stitch that has 2 single crochet stitches coming out of it, and that's an increasing stitch. So now we just have to repeat this 5 more times. So into the next stitch, put in your hook, we're going to yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, then into the same stitch, put in your hook, we're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and we've completed our next increasing stitch. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 stitches and a chain stitch. So technically 5, but 4 stitches. Let's do this again one more time with you guys. So into the next stitch, put in your hook, we're going to yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, then into the same stitch, put in your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So now you should have 6 altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we have our chain stitch. So now we just have to repeat this 3 more times. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so in total we should have 12. I'm going to remove this marker and I'm going to place it. Well, let's see, we have to do a slip stitch first. Okay, so let's count back 12 stitches. 3, 6, 9, 12. Stick your hook into the 12th stitch, yarn over and pull through all loops, and then we're going to take our marker and place it under the last stitch that we made. And now we can move on to round 3. So round 3, we have a chain 1, we have a single crochet stitch and an increasing stitch 6 times, do a slip stitch, and end up with 18 stitches. So let's chain 1. Right. Then we're going to do a single crochet stitch. All right, and then we're going to do an increasing stitch. 1, 2. Then we're going to repeat this 5 more times. Single crochet stitch, increasing stitch. Then we're going to repeat this 4 times. Single crochet stitch, increasing stitch, and then we just have to do this 3 more times. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I want to remove this marker. We're going to count back 18 stitches and do a slip stitch. So 3, 6, 9, 8, 12. Did I just skip one? We're supposed to have 18. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yeah, I must have skipped something. So put your hook into the 18th stitch. We're going to do a slip stitch. Then stick your marker under the top of the last stitch we made. Then we have round 4. So for round 4, we're going to chain 1, do 5 single crochet stitches, 1 increasing stitch 3 times, do a slip stitch, and end up with 21 stitches. Okay, so let's chain 1. We're going to do 5 single crochet stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to do an increasing stitch. Alright, and then we just have to repeat this 2 more times. 5 single crochet stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increasing stitch, and then we just have to repeat this 1 more time. 5 single crochet stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increasing stitch. Right, we're going to remove our marker, and then we're going to do a slip stitch. So let's count back 21 stitches. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Slip stitch. We're going to place our marker underneath the top of the last stitch. Then we're going to move on to rounds 5 and 6. So we have 2 markers now to indicate 5 and 6. You might not need it because it's only 2 rounds. But we're going to chain 1, do 21 single crochet stitches, a slip stitch, and end up with 21 stitches. I'm going to do this in silence. Okay, so I completed rounds 5 and 6. We did the slip stitch, put in the marker where it needs to be. Now, as you see here, it looks like a bowl. It curled in, and that's pretty natural. But what you want to do is invert it and flip it inside out, because this piece with the excess piece is actually the wrong side of the project, and you want to show the right side outside. So let's invert this, flip it inside out. Alright, and then you can tuck away this excess piece inside the project. The stuffing will cover it, so you don't have to worry about it popping out. But anyway, we're going to do round 7. So we're going to chain 1. We're going to do 7 single crochet stitches. Then we're going to change to black and do 2 single crochet stitches. Switch back to white, do 3. And then do 2 single crochet stitches in black, 7 single crochet stitches in white, slip stitch, and end up with 21 single crochet stitches. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do all that. Alright, so first let's chain 1. Okay, then we're going to do 7 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then on the 7th one, we're going to stop right here. What you want to do is pull out the loop really large. So just keep pulling on this thread and pull it to where that loop becomes very long. We're going to remove the hook. This is going to give you more than enough room to keep that loop in there. You don't want to accidentally pull it out. We're going to set this project aside for now. I'm going to go grab my black yarn, and I'm going to show you how to cast on with the slip knot. So with your ring and pinky and thumb, hold the end of the yarn here. And then with your index and middle finger, you're going to hold a distance apart. We're going to take our hook up. We're going to lie it perpendicular to the yarn. Then we're going to go down, out, and around to create a loop around your hook where you can slide up and down this loop. I'm going to take my middle finger, we're going to slide towards the thumb, take my middle finger and place it right where it crosses so that I can let go of my left hand. I'm going to gather some yarn onto my finger. Then I'm going to pinch the end of this yarn and I'm going to drag the hook closer to the thumb. Once I get there, I want to take my thumb and middle finger and pinch where that crosses so that I can stabilize my hook. I can't go up or down anymore. We're going to yarn over and we're going to pull that through the loop. Then I'm going to overhand my hook. I'm going to re-pinch that end piece there, and then I'm going to slide this knot towards my thumb. So you're going to keep doing that until you can't do that anymore. Then I'm going to take the end piece here and I'm just going to pull it out slightly a bit to tighten up that knot. And then I'm going to grab the knot with my index and thumb and pull it closer to my hook. I'm going to leave a decent amount of space here. I'm going to remove this off of my hook, set it aside, and then we're going to pick up the project again. You want to put your hook back into that overly large loop that we pulled out. We're going to tighten this up on this side here. Okay, we are using white again. You just want to put, we're going to use this white to start our 7th single crochet stitch. So stick your hook in. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. Then we're going to put this feeder yarn off to the side. We're going to slip on our black yarn. Okay, put that around your finger. You want to pull the black yarn through the 2 loops, and then we can start our 2 single crochet stitches in black. So let's do the first one. Into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Then for the second single crochet stitch, let's do this step by step. Put the hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. We're going to put this black yarn to the side. We're going to pick back up the white, and we're going to yarn over and pull a loop through both black loops off the hook. And then we're going to continue with the white 3 times. We're going to do 3 single crochet stitches. So 1, 2, and then for the third one we're going to switch back to black. So into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. We're going to put our yarn aside, and we're going to pick up the black. We're going to yarn over, and we're going to pull through both loops, and then we're going to do our 2 single crochet stitches. So into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. One more time, into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. We're going to drop this yarn here, set it aside. We're going to pick up the white yarn again, and we're going to yarn over, and we're going to pull through all loops off the hook, and then we're going to do 7 single crochet stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Okay. And then we're going to do a slip stitch. So let's count back 21, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Oh. Make sure your feeder yarn is towards the back. Yeah, so put your hook into the 21st stitch. We're going to yarn over and pull through all the loops. I want to remove this marker. We're going to place at the top of the last stitch we made. And then we're going to check out what the next rounds are. So we have round 8 and 9. So if this is 8, this is 9. We're going to chain 1, do 6 single crochet stitches, 3 single crochet stitches in black, 3 single crochet stitches in white, 3 single crochet stitches in black, 6 single crochet stitches, a slip stitch, and end up with 21 stitches. So let me just get this around my finger. All right, so let's chain 1. We're going to do 6 single crochet stitches. 1, oh, wait a second here, hold on. Now for this row, because I'm just reading ahead, what we're going to do here is we're going to go back into the same stitch that we did the slip stitch. So we've chained 1, stick your hook back into the same stitch that we did our slip stitch. So there's this one, and then there's one in the back where we did our slip stitch. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. We have our first single crochet stitch. We just have to do 5 more of these. So into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Again, into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And then I just have to do this 3 more times. 1, 2. Now for the third one, we're going to switch to black. So into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. We're going to let go. I guess I shouldn't have put all this yarn around my finger. We're going to drop this and set it aside. Okay. I'm going to pick up the black yarn. We're pulling this, so make sure that you have enough slack to go around the inside of the panda head, otherwise you risk pulling it. Okay. So we're going to yarn over with the black and pull that through. Okay. And then we're going to do our 3 single crochet stitches. So 1, 2, and on the third one, stick in your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. We're going to put this off to the side and pick back up the white, yarn over, and pull that through 2 loops. Okay, and then we're going to do 3 single crochet stitches in the white. So 1, 2, and on the third one, stick your hook in, yarn over, pull up a loop. We're going to drop this one, pick the black back up. Alright, yarn over, pull through both loops. So now we have our black. We're going to do 3 single crochet stitches in the black. 1, 2, and then on the third one, put in your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. We're going to set the black to the side, pick up the white again. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop, and then we're going to do our 6 single crochet stitches in the white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then once we have 6, we're going to do a slip stitch. So let's count back 21 stitches. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Stick your hook into the 21st stitch. We're going to yarn over and pull through all the loops. Make sure I clear that. Okay. And then we're going to remove the marker. Put that on the top of the last stitch you've made. And then we're going to do round 9. Oh, I didn't have to remove it, but it's only 2 rows anyway, so you can remove it. It's not that big of a deal. But we are going to do this one more time. So let's chain 1. Okay, so this time we are going to do 6 single crochet stitches. And again, you're going to want to go into that same slip stitch that we made. So into there and into there. We're going to do a single crochet stitch. Then we're going to do 5 more single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're not going to finish it. We're going to yarn over, pull up a loop. We're going to drop this and set it aside. Then we're going to grab the black. We're going to stretch it along the inside of this project here. Yarn over, make sure you have enough slack. Yarn over, pull through both loops, and then we can continue doing 3 single crochet stitches in the black. 1, 2, Uh-oh. Two, and then on the third one, stick your hook in, yarn over, pull up a loop. Don't complete that. Let's put this off to the side. I'm gonna grab the white. I'm gonna yarn over, pull that through the loops. Then we're gonna do 3 single crochet stitches in the white. 1, 2, and on the third one, yarn over, pull up a loop, set it aside, pick up the black, yarn over, pull through both loops. Then we can do 3 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Let's not complete it. We're going to switch to the white. Okay, so yarn over, okay, and we're going to do 6 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. We're going to remove the marker. Count back 21 and do a slip stitch. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Stick your hook into the 21st stitch. Okay, yarn over. And pull through all loops. And then we're going to put our marker in. Okay. And then we're going to check out round 10. So for round, it looks like we're not going to need the black anymore, which is a pity. So let's see, let's just make sure. Okay. So we are going to cut the black off. All right. Then I'm going to tie this around, you know, a nearby yarn here. Let's just take the white. This is going to secure your black in place so it doesn't unravel or anything by any chance or luck, lack thereof. And I'm going to tie it around twice. Okay. We can tuck the black in there. Alright, so now we can move forward with the white. For round 10, we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do 21 single crochet stitches and do a slip stitch. Okay, so chain 1, and we're going to do 21 single crochet stitches. Okay, remove the marker. We're going to count 21 into a slip stitch. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Do a slip stitch. Okay, then we're going to mark this up. Right. Alright, so then for round 11, we're going to chain 1, do 5 single crochet stitches, a decreasing stitch 3 times, a slip stitch, and end up with 18 stitches. So let us chain 1. We're going to do 5 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So to do a decreasing stitch, all it is taking 2 stitches and turning it into 1. So we're going to take these 2 stitches here and make it 1. So stick your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. We have 2 loops. So put your hook into the next stitch over, yarn over, and pull up a loop. We have 3 loops. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So as you see, we took these 2 and made it into 1. So let's repeat this 2 more times. 5 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, we're going to do a decreasing stitch. So into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. Into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. One more time, 5 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to do another decreasing stitch. Into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. Into the next stitch over, yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. We're going to remove the marker. I'm going to count back 18 and we're going to do a slip stitch. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Stick your hook into the 18th stitch. We're going to yarn over and pull through all loops and then mark up the top of the last loop, the last stitch we made. And then for round 12, we have a chain 1, 1 single crochet stitch, 1 decreasing stitch, 6 times slip stitch, and end up with 12. After 12, it's saying to insert the eyes and stuff with fiber fill and shape with hands, but here's the thing. This is 18 inches and I do fairly loose stitches. I'm going to put it in now because I don't want to find out what it's going to be like with 12. So like I said, this is probably one of the few occasions that I will use plastic eyes. So I don't recommend this to younger people or animals. We're going to remove these contents here. Alright, put this back. I'm going to try to do every facial feature needed while we still have room. So, insert the eyes. Well, they don't tell you where. So we're just going to take a look at photos. Alright, so they don't show you putting them in, but, oh, I guess they do. So we're putting it somewhat in the middle of these black spots of the eyes. I'm going to pull this out and make a huge loop so I don't have to worry about this hook here. I'm going to come in and we're going to put this in the center of the black spots of the eyes. So you can just gauge that by looking at it. Oh my gosh, Look how cute that is. And then I'm going to take the backing and we are going to slip this on. Okay, this is definitely going on a lot easier than this other one I did. But anyway, got one in. Let's go into the other eye. We're going to put it again in the middle of that black spot. We're going to slip on the backing. It's already struggling, and you know, the hole was only going to get smaller. Okay, so once you have that in, you have your eyes. Let's check out any other facial features. Okay. We do have a panda nose. But it looks like we're just going to have to put that later. Let's double check this photo here. Okay, yeah, the snout goes over it, so we're good. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my hook again. We're going to put this back into this large loop. I'm going to tighten up the loop. Alright, and we're going to continue with the head. All right, so now we're going to do round 12. Okay, then we're going to chain one here. And then we are going to do a single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch, and then we just have to repeat this 5 more times. Single crochet stitch, decreasing stitch, repeat it 4 more times. Single crochet stitch, decreasing stitch. Right, then repeat this I lost count, 3 times. Single crochet stitch, decreasing stitch, single crochet stitch, decreasing stitch, single crochet stitch, and decreasing stitch. Okay, we're going to remove the marker. We're going to count back 12 and do a slip stitch. So 3, 6, 9, 12, stick in your hook, do the slip stitch. We're going to remark top of the last stitch we made. So now this is the 12. You know, it's probably okay to put stuffing, but it's going to be really difficult to put your fingers in there. So glad we put the eyes, but I'm going to go grab some of this stuffing. I highly recommend getting your own extra stuffing. Some of the Dollar Trees out there do sell extra stuffing in a kind of a big tube like this. Or you can go to a hobby store or online and get yourself some more stuffing. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in the head, and you want to put as much as you want the desired firmness of it, but at the same time, if you don't have extra stuffing, you really need to be mindful, and there's no nice trick. Maybe you could divide it in half and then take a little way from one of the halves because one's going in the head, the other one's going in the body. But at the same time, you know, I don't know if we're filling the arms, the legs, the ears. So I would just rather be safe and sorry and get some extra stuffing. And that's the unfortunate part of this this company. They really don't give you enough material to make what you're supposed to make. If you're lucky, you do get enough. And if not, you're kind of out of luck, as they say. But we are going to complete the last round here, round 13. So we are going to chain 1, and then we're going to do 6 decreasing stitches all the way around. Decreasing stitches tend to pull the stitch, so try to keep your stitches tight. Otherwise, you're going to get huge gaps in your stitches. As you can see, I kind of have little ones here. I'm going to try to minimize that. So 6 decreasing stitches all the way around. Okay. So I'm going to remove this marker. And it kind of just dies. Figure 22. Let's see. So I'm guessing we do a fasten off. So already we see a problem here, and I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to count back 6 stitches first, and then we're going to do a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stick your hook into the 6th stitch. Okay, we're going to yarn over and slip stitch through all the loops off the hook, and then I'm going to fasten off. And how to do that is you yarn over and you pull that through all the loops, through that all the way out. Tighten up your stitch here, and I'm going to take the needle that it comes with, and I'm going to sew through the loops left over. Okay, and once we end up getting all the way around, I'm then just going to pull it closed, and then we're just going to tie a knot. Okay. And then we're going to stick the hook just under the surface, come up where the excess piece is, yarn over, and drag it down into your project. Okay. so then you can reshape your head. All right. So now next we have the panda's body. Okay, so now we're going to do the panda's body. I think we're about an hour in. I really don't remember, but anyway, we're going to try to get most of this stuff done. So let's do the magic ring again. We're going to take the white, and I really don't like that they don't tell you to start with the white. They just expect you to look at the illustrations, but okay. So let's wrap this around our finger twice. All right, we're going to palm up. We're going to slip our hook underneath the 3 strands. I'm going to pull this strand under these 2. Okay. And this yarn splits, so be careful. Then we're going to yarn over and we're going to pull that through the loop. So now we have closed our magic loop. You can let go of your middle finger and slip this off of your index. Then we're going to do a chain 1 and then 6 single crochet stitches. So let's chain 1 and do 6 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Next we are going to close this magic loop, so grip the bottom stitches here. We are going to pull this and look to see which loop goes in first. Once you've seen which loop goes in first, you want to pull that lower half out so that the other loop can go in. And you're going to keep pulling this until that loop is entirely gone. So now we still have a little hole here. We're going to close that. We're going to pull this excess piece and watch the other loop go in. And once that disappears, we're going to go pull in the opposite direction and up. So let's do that now. And by at this point, the hole should be gone, as you can see here. We're going to count back 6 stitches and we're going to do a slip stitch. So 3, 6, put your hook into the 6th stitch. We're going to yarn over and pull through all loops, and then we're going to slip on our marker. Okay, then we're going to check out the next round. So for round 2, we're going to chain 1, do 6 increasing stitches and a slip stitch, and end up with 12 stitches. So I'm going to gather up some yarn here. Okay, we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to do 6 increasing stitches. Alright, so into the next stitch we'll do an increasing stitch, and we just have to repeat this 5 more times. Increasing stitch, 4 more times, increasing stitch, and then 3 more times. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I'm going to remove this marker. I'm going to count back 12 stitches, and then we're going to do a slip stitch. 3, 6, 9, 12. Then we're going to yarn over and do a slip stitch. Place the marker on the top of the last stitch made. Alright, and then we're going to go to the next round. So for round 3, we're going to chain 1, do 1 single crochet stitch, an increasing stitch 6 times, and end up with 18 stitches. So let's chain 1. We're going to do a single crochet stitch, an increasing stitch, and then we're going to repeat this 5 more times. Single crochet stitch, increasing stitch, repeat this 4 more times, single crochet stitch, increasing stitch, and then we're going to repeat this 3 more times. 1, 2, and 3. Remove the marker. I'm going to count back 18 and do a slip stitch. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Okay. Put your marker back. Alright, so now for rounds 4 through 8. So if this is 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to do 18 single crochet stitches and a slip stitch. I'm running out of white. I hope that I have enough. Okay, so 18 single crochet stitches. Let's chain 1 first and then do 18 single crochet stitches. And I'll probably do this in silence. Okay, so I completed up to round 8, and it's curling in. I was meaning to uncurl it, but I didn't want to curl it until I was back doing the voiceover. So we're going to go ahead now and turn this inside out so that the right side is facing outside. I'm going to tuck in this excess piece in here, and then I'm going to remove the markers. Okay. Now I didn't get the opportunity to put the marker back on to the last stitch we made, so I'm going to do that now. All right. And as you can see, this is, I think, the last round for white. Hopefully. Nope, we have a snout. Oh my gosh, the snout's gonna be a different color because this is how much white I have left, you guys. There's no way I'm gonna be able to make the pads on the feet and the snout with, I don't even think I'll have this left because I have to do one more round in white. We're gonna chain 1, and we're doing a single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch 6 times, and we're going to end up with 12 stitches. So like I said, they never give enough. And these stitches, they're not, I stitch loosely, but man, you know, what are they expecting you to do like micro stitches? I don't know. All right, so we're going to chain 1, and we're going to do a single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch, a single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch. I don't even know if I'm going to have enough to go all the way around. Single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch, single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch, a single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch. Huh. Where did I go wrong? All right, let me pause this for a second. Okay, I thought I was ending in a, well, I am. Actually, I don't freaking know. I don't know where it went wrong here. Oh no, yeah, never mind. I thought I was ending in a single crochet stitch. I'm not, I'm ending in a double. So, single crochet stitch. Oh my gosh, look at this, and then a double. And the thing is, we're switching to black now, so I'm gonna try to, all right, before we get this, all right, let's undo this because I have no yarn. Comment below if you have yarn left. I'm gonna slip this hook off. I can't even like really make it a big loop, so just make it a tiny loop if you don't have yarn left. I'm gonna cast on the black like we did in the head. All right, so I'm going to hold with my ring, pinky, and thumb the end of this yarn here, and then I'm going to hold apart with my index and middle finger the yarn. Hold your hook perpendicular to the yarn. We're going to go down, out, and around so that you have this loop. We're going to drag the hook close to the thumb. Take your middle finger and put it where it's holding at that cross, right? Let go of your left hand. We're going to gather up some yarn here. Go back and pinch the end of the yarn. We're going to lower our hook close to the thumb again, and where it meets the thumb, you want to just pinch that little crossover. Okay, so just pinch it there so you can't move it up and down anymore. We're going to yarn over and pull through the loop. I'm going to overhand my hook, repinch the end, and we're going to push this knot towards the thumb. And then when you hit a stopping point, then you can pull the excess piece with your thumb and middle finger just to tighten up that knot. I'm going to drag the knot closer to the hook. I'm going to make sure that I leave some space here. Then we're going to slip off the loop from your hook. Pick up your project again, put your hook back in, tighten up the loop. I'm going to remove this marker in advance because I need it out of my way. I'm working with a small amount left. So what I'm going to do is do my last decreasing stitch. Alright, and then instead of completing with the white, I have to complete with the black. So slip this on here, right? And then we're going to pull that through all the loops off your hook. Make sure you hold that little piece if you have a little piece like I do. But we're going to slip through all of that to complete it. Now what I want to do, especially now that we have like a little bit of white left, I'm going to take it and tie it twice around the black yarn. Not too tight, just enough to make a knot so that you don't lose your stitches. And then I'm going to tuck that behind here. Okay, so now we can move forward with the black. That was close. That was a real close one. Not happy about that because I still need white for later, but I'm going to grab my own white so it's going to look very different. But we're going to do round 10 and 11. It's a chain 1 and 12 single crochet stitches all the way around. So chain 1, and we're going to do 12 single crochet stitches all the way around. 1. You can go back actually, and you can put your marker, but I mean you can pretty much tell where it is because it's a different color entirely. But let's continue on with this. Okay, I'm going to count back 12. I'm going to remove this marker. I'm going to count back 12 and then we're going to do a slip stitch. So 3, 6, 9, 12. I'm going to put my marker back in here and then we're going to do the 11th stitch. I mean the 11th round. Chain 1 and do 12 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Alright, remove the marker. So now what? Stuff it with fiber fill and shape it by hands. And then what? I think you have to sew it to the head. Okay. So we're gonna fasten off. I'm gonna get some yarn here and we're gonna sew it to the body. All right. This might be it for the video. We're gonna yarn over and pull that all the way out. Okay. Then I'm going to take the fiber fill. Let's see if we have to, okay, we stuff the legs. We stuff the hands. Doesn't say the stuffed nose. So we're going to use some more of this fiber fill. And we have to save enough for the arms and the legs, or the arms and the hands. The arms and the legs. Sorry. It's getting late. Okay, so make sure that is nice and tucked in. And I'm not too sure how much you're gonna need for the arms and the legs. I'm just gonna guess leave that much. Who knows? Okay, and then once we have that in there, I'm just gonna, they have you, it looks like they have you sewing it all at the end. I'm sewing it as I go because I don't like to have this left open like this. So sew the head and body together, figure 1. It's not like that, right? That's upside down.
Jelly time.
Okay. I'm gonna put this through here. Yikes. Right, and we're just gonna sew it all the way around. I wish they kind of told you like where, like what rows you're sewing. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way around. Alright, once we get to the other side, I'm just going to find a moment to make a knot. Cut this off. Go just under the surface, come up where that excess piece is, and then we're going to drag it down into the project. Okay. Then you can take the opportunity to kind of, this is going to be a tilted head panda, because I totally did it not even. But that's okay. We can have a questioning looking panda. Could always come back in and sew this one spot. I could actually do that now. Go here, and then let us grab this side here. Okay, so I kind of straightened it out a little bit. But anyway, alright you guys, this is what we have so far. Next when we come back, we're going to do the legs. Nope. Yeah, well, we're going to definitely do the legs. We still have the arms and the snout. So we have the hands, the ears, the nose, and the legs. So comment below, let me know what you think. I'm gonna have to get my own yarn to continue with the white. Let me know if you ran out of the white, but at least now you know. Be very careful. Alright, so thank you so much, you guys, for watching. This is IsmsbyJosie. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.